David Morgan needed a change. Divorced, jobless. He found it in a cheap, crumbling Victorian apartment building. The landlord, a gaunt man with unsettling eyes, offered a surprisingly low rent. Perfect, David thought, ignoring a shiver down his spine. He needed a fresh start, and this was it. The apartment was dusty but spacious, with high ceilings and faded grandeur. Cobwebs clung to ornate mouldings, and the air hung heavy and still. He unpacked boxes, his footsteps echoing in the empty hall. Silence pressed in from all sides. No neighbors, no traffic, no city sounds, just an unsettling, heavy quiet. Night fell, and shadows deepened in the apartment. David tried to ignore the creaking floorboards and the feeling of being watched. He was alone, he told himself, alone for a fresh start, alone with the silence. Days passed in a blur of unpacking and exploring the near-empty building. He saw no other tenants, only glimpses of shadows retreating around corners. The old elevator shuddered and groaned, its cables groaning like tortured souls. David stuck to the stairs, their worn steps whispering stories of countless forgotten lives. He tried talking to the landlord about the building's history, but the man only offered cryptic smiles and evasive answers. It's seen its share of life, he'd say, his eyes gleaming with strange amusement. David felt a knot of unease tighten in his stomach. What had he gotten himself into? One night, lying awake in the oppressive silence, David heard a noise. It was faint at first, a scratching sound coming from the window. He went to investigate, but found nothing. Just the wind, he reasoned, trying to calm his racing heart. But the scratching returned, followed by soft tapping on the glass. Someone or something was out there. Driven by a mixture of fear and morbid curiosity, David began to explore the building. He found a dusty old trunk hidden in the attic, filled with faded photographs and yellowed letters. Most were unremarkable glimpses into the lives of long-gone families. But one photo stopped his breath. It was a group portrait of past tenants, their faces eerily scratched out. And in the center, clear as day, stood a young David Morgan smiling at the camera. This photo was at least 20 years old. Panic seized him. This wasn't a fresh start, it was a return. He tried to leave, to flee the building and its suffocating silence, but the door wouldn't budge. It was locked, the handle rattling uselessly in his grip. He was trapped. A cold dread gripped him, the truth dawning with chilling clarity. This wasn't his home, it was his